Inside Mississippi JUCO Football is brought to you by Heritage Properties of Laurelwood, Clinton, and Byram. More information can be found at heritageproperties.com. MACJC, the Mississippi Association of Community and Junior Colleges. C Spire Wireless, Farm Bureau Insurance, the Mississippi Army National Guard, the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum, Mississippi Blood Services, Mississippi Sports Medicine, and EnviroTurf Services.
Hi, I'm Travis Raycheck, and welcome to Inside Mississippi JUCO Football, brought to you by heritageproperties.com as we come to you tonight from inside the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum, showcasing our Mississippi community and junior colleges' athletic superiority, academic prowess, and economic impact. This week's game of the week takes us to Boonville and home of the Northeast Tigers as they entertain divisional rival Coahoma. This game key for both teams as it's a divisional game with plenty of teams chasing just 2 playoff spots. Here's Mike Frazier with the highlights.
To Boonville we go. Coahoma in town, a pair of good-looking linemen in McElrath and Towns. For Northeast, LSU transfer, there's Gerard Randall. And Northeast overall trying to stay in the hunt for one of those 2 playoff spots here on this homecoming contest in Boonville. Coahoma would get things going first, and it's the running back Christian Williams going to burst free off the seal from the right side. He'll set up a first down and goal at the 1, and Williams isn't messing around. He's going to take it right in, cradles the football, and is able to push his way home, and Coahoma with the early lead 7-0. Here's Quintavious Peterson, quarterback draw right down Park Avenue, and it's 14-3 visitors here in this first half of this contest. Here's the Ole Miss commit. That's Jeremy Liggins, and he will rumble his way in for Northeast's first touchdown. Cooper on for a 32-yard field goal. He would nail it. Cuts the lead to 14-13. Last play of the half. Good spot off the low snap, and Spears drills this one through. And Coahoma with a 17-13 lead at the break as Executive Vice President Ricky Ford crowns the 2013 Northeast Mississippi Community College homecoming queen. Second half action now, and the Ole Miss commit Liggins going to find Gerard Randall, who will cut back and take it in for the touchdown. Northeast with their first lead of the game. Defense, Peterson to throw. Ball there tipped by Peters. Prather with the pick, and Northeast in great shape, and they would cash in right here. From 1 yard out, they run it to Matthew Ballou, who takes it in for the touchdown. And Northeast Mississippi Community College a winner on homecoming, 27-17. Jeremy, big win for you in conference tonight. You're still in the hunt for a playoff spot.
Yes, sir. It was a big win. That puts us 3-0 in the conference, and that's what you got to have, wins in the conference. That's all that matters, really.
Why Northeast Mississippi Community College for you?
I just like, the venue when I came over here. I thought it was a good place for me to come over and do a couple semesters and be on my way out. And they had a good plan for me to get out in December.
You're an Ole Miss commit. Why Ole Miss?
I don't know, man. I guess I can say it's just back home, they on the rise, got a good coaching staff. And I'm friends with a lot of those guys, so, we build good relationships.
The quarterback position, Ricky Smither has you playing that for the last couple of games. How has that transition gone for you?
It's going good. I really haven't been learning offensive plays now like 2 or 3 weeks, but the transition is pretty good for 2 or 3 weeks, I think.
Quintavious, Boy, you're a multi-tasker here for this offense. You run it and you can throw it.
Yes, sir.
How so? How have you been able to do that effectively?
Because sometimes my offensive line, they'll break down, but they'll give me time. Sometimes, so I just rather stay in the pocket and throw.
How tough is this Mississippi Association of Community and Junior Colleges Football League?
Oh, it's very tough and competitive.
Why? Is it the speed? Is it the size? From your perspective, why is this league so well respected around the country?
Because of the size and the speed.
Coahoma Community College. Why Freeman Horton? What brought you to Clarksdale?
Because when I went there, I felt home. And I stayed like 15 minutes away from home, so I was like, I'll take my talent to home and help the program.
What's it like living on the campus at Coahoma? Walk us through, if you could, what a college kid does during the week.
During the week, really me just playing football. We have fun through the week, and after the season, just basically getting your grades.
What do you want to do after Coahoma Community College?
I want to continue playing football, but I don't know where yet. It don't matter where, on defense or offense.
Coach, big win for you in this division. You're still in the hunt now for a postseason slot.
Every win in this division is big. The guys played well enough to win. I mean, did we come out and play dynamic? No, but a win's a win, and we'll take it.
This program now, as you guys offensively and defensively, a good balance for you. You got some strong D1 and potential D1 players on your roster. How's recruiting gone for you? Are you pleased?
Yes, very, very pleased at stuff the coaches have done, and very pleased at the guys that we've gotten. So, we're excited about the way this program's going. We just got to keep working and keep pulling them in.
Well, you've been able to do it recruiting pretty consistently. How have you been able to bring in quality guys season after season here to Boonville?
Well, I think, I know a lot of that's got to do with the school. A lot of it's got to do with the coaches as far as my assistant coaches work. And, we're putting out a pretty good product. Our kids are getting degrees. They're getting out. We're getting them out in a year and a half. We're really proud of it.
We asked the players this, but from your perspective, why is this league so tough year in and year out? What's the ingredient that makes this the toughest league in America?
The coaches. There's some great coaches. I mean, every junior college is some guys that's coaching football. They're doing some great things. They know people. They're getting people in the league, and they're just doing a great job getting those kids out and coaching them up.
The growth here is pretty evident, like that field house coming around here. Talk about that.
Well, I mean, the administration's buying into what we're doing. I mean, we're putting out a product that they're proud of, and they put money into it. So, as long as we keep putting the product out, and I think they'll keep supporting us.
And here are the rest of the scores from our Mississippi Sports Medicine scoreboard from Week 6 around the MACJC. Now let's take a look at the overall standings after Week 6. Here are your stats leaders from around the MACJC. The top quarterback, Colin's Daniel Fitzwater, who is 111 for 192, throwing for 1,631 yards, 13 touchdowns this season to just 4 interceptions. Fitzwater averaging 271.8 yards a game through the air. The current MACJC leading rusher continues to be Antoine Wells of Mississippi Gulf Coast with 137 carries for 715 yards. Wells averaging 119.2 yards a game. The top receiver in the MACJC, that is Jones County Junior College's JaMichael Willis, 40 catches for 766 yards and 6 touchdowns. Willis averaging just over 127 yards a game. And on the defensive side of the ball, Colin's Jordan Harris continues to lead the league with 91 total tackles. Here are this week's MACJC Players of the Week as voted on by the Sports Information and Public Relations Directors from around the MACJC. On offense, it was Colin quarterback Daniel Fitzwater. He is averaging over 271 yards through the air per game. Colin's Fitzwater also 111 for 192, throwing for 1,631 yards this season and 13 touchdowns. On defense, Mississippi Gulf Coast Trey Wofford. He had 10 solo tackles, 3 assisted tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, give him a sack and a forced fumble versus Pearl River. On special teams, the award goes to East Mississippi's C.J. Bates. The sophomore continues to have a strong season for the Lions. Here are the latest NJCAA national rankings. At number 2 in the country, Jones County Junior College. Right behind them at number 3, undefeated East Mississippi. Also in the top 10 at number 7 is Colin. Right behind them at number 8, Mississippi Gulf Coast. And at number 13, you have Itawamba. Our first community college feature takes us to Clarksdale Coahoma Community College, where they have a new president, as Dr. Vivian Presley retired this past summer, and new public relations personnel. With the full story, here's Mike Frazier.
And we're here at Clarksdale on the campus of Coahoma Community College. Growth is in the air. A new president has taken over, and changes continue to evolve here on the campus in Clarksdale. Let's go inside and see what's happening here on the campus of Coahoma Community College. And we're inside the Vivian Presley Administration Building here on the campus of Coahoma Community College here in Clarksdale. And now joining us, Matt Killebrew, Public Relations Director for Coahoma Community College. Matt, congratulations on the position, and also a new president has taken over effective this past summer. Can you elaborate to our television audience about his vision for the college?
Sure, Mike, we appreciate y'all being here, and you're correct. Dr. Val Minch-Towner joined us here on campus. July 1st was his first day. He is actually a product of Coahoma Community College. He came here and got an associate's degree before going to Alcorn State to get his undergraduate degree and master's degree, and before going to Ole Miss to get his doctorate degree. And he has come on campus and really re-energized everyone that's been around here. We've got just a buzz that surrounds the campus right now with all of the construction projects, all the revitalization efforts, and he's just brought a renewed energy to campus, and we're really glad to have him.
Matt, you talked about the construction, new women's dorm currently being constructed. Can you talk about that?
Yes, it is a new dorm. Currently, our campus houses about 300 students, and this new women's dorm, it's about a $4 million project. It's going to allow us to house another, I believe, 56 female students on campus. It's kind of an upgrade from our normal dormitories. It's going to have suites that have their own bathrooms in each and every room, and that'll be a first for our campus. And we're looking at that being completed in March, sometime this spring. The building that we're sitting in, the Vivian M. Presley Administration Building, is just in its second year of existence. And, you know, right now our football press box is getting an upgrade. Our president's house is getting a nice upgrade right now. The backyard is being fenced in, and it's going to be a great place for entertaining and things of that nature. So there's just a lot of projects going on right now that we're really excited about.
The cosmetology department is something that is worth noting. Can you talk about that, and what are the students doing outside of the classroom that are having an impact on the community?
Sure. Our cosmetology students right now, they're just, you know, one of the many programs in our career and technical department, and they are specifically right now, they did this in September and they're doing it again in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Our students are offering the general public and anybody on campus can come in and get their nails done, their makeup done, and pink for breast cancer awareness, and they're taking all of those proceeds and they're donating those to the American Cancer Society.
Tennessee Williams spent some time right here in Clarksdale.
That's right.
What have you heard about his time here in the area?
Tennessee Williams actually grew up here in Clarksdale and spent a good portion of his youth here, and Coahoma Community College for the last 10 years has been the major sponsor for the Tennessee Williams Festival. The festival itself incorporates what we call porch plays, where high school students from around the area come in and there's an acting competition that is judged by noted acting coaches and actually Broadway actors that have come in from New York. And it's just a really good experience. It's a look back at his heritage, and it's just a big part of our Delta culture, and that's why we like every year to be a part of that festival.
Matt, thanks for your time today, for the tour around the college, and we'll see you down the road.
Sure. Thank you.
That is Matt Killebrew, Director of Public Relations for Coahoma Community College.
Now our C-Spire Spotlight, Where Did They Go segment, as we catch up with former Mississippi community and junior college student athletes who are now at senior universities. JUCO Weekly recently went to Delta State University to talk with another former Mississippi JUCO player. What was it about Northwest that made it the right fit for you coming out of high school?
Well, I really didn't go straight to Northwest out of high school. I signed with Alcorn first. But my head coach left Alcorn, and I came back home because Coach Woods still wanted me there. So going back to Northwest, it felt like it gave me a great opportunity to pursue my career in football, to go to another level.
Talk about what Northwest offered you also, like in the classroom and kind of just preparing you, you know, in that aspect.
Well, Northwest, they really helped me focus on the bigger picture besides sports. The teachers and professors, they were great help, giving me opportunities and helping me with my work and everything. Then with the recreation program, that's what I got my associates in. It gave me a better view of me getting my bachelor's in physical education.
And that time at Northwest obviously was good in the classroom. It was good on the football field to get here too. Talk about how it prepared you for Delta State.
Well, I played defense when playing football, and I transitioned to guard. And I worked with Coach Jim Jones. He played in pro ball, and he helped me play guard. He helped me get better. Then when I came here, Coach Williams transitioned me to right tackle, and I've been playing with him, and they really helped me. They both helped me, and I feel very comfortable playing the position I play now.
People talk about the Mississippi JUCO League and the amount of players that come out of it and how tough it really is. Give me your perspective on what it was like playing, you know, Mississippi JUCO football.
Mississippi JUCO is a very tough league. I enjoy my time in Northwest. It's a lot of competition with East Mississippi and Gulf Coast and Colin. I mean, so when you go against them, I felt like we were going against the best in Mississippi JUCOs.
Our next community college feature puts us at Northeast Mississippi Community College in Boonville, where they are growing their facilities considerably as the administration has a firm commitment to its students and their student athletes.
And we're here in Boonville on the campus of Northeast Mississippi Community College. Established in 1948, their impact to the district, impressive. Let's take a tour of the NEMCC campus with Ricky Ford, the Executive Vice President of NEMCC. And Coach, it is good to have you and good to see you. Ramsey Hall really making progress and has been turned into a one-stop shop for school registration.
Yes, Ramsey opened back in January of 2013, which we've only been in it for 6 months. We concluded the 2013 school year in Ramsey Hall. And when you say one-stop center, we're talking about a building where students can come and they can apply for admission, they can apply for financial aid, they can pay tuition, they can get their dorm room, they can seek counseling services. Everything that a student could need could be found inside Ramsey Hall. So that's the unique part about it. It's like you said, a one-stop service where the students are served without going all over campus to get something accomplished.
Regarding the health science buildings, one of the few in the state that has everything in one location, easy access for people to get into.
Again, it's another opportunity for us to make our students be the #1 people on campus, and that is to provide them an opportunity where they can go either to, whether it's admission procedures or financial aid, and then once they get enrolled and they go to class, especially in our health science department, whether it's nursing, whether it's respiratory therapy, whatever the health science that they're majoring in, it can be contained in one building. Of course, naturally, they're going to have to leave campus when they do their clinicals and they go to the hospitals and things like that, but we keep them all together to do that too. But it's a unique situation. We're one of maybe 2 or 3 schools in the state that has all of our health sciences in one specific area.
When you look at the growth of the college, when you factor in New Albany and Corinth, the numbers are well over 3,000. How has Northeast Mississippi Community College grown in that aspect over the years?
Well, you know, now in today's, everything is specialized. Used to, many years ago, back in your and I day probably, you could graduate from high school and probably get a decent paying job. But now, every student that graduates from high school, you've got to have some type of formal training in something. And that's one of the things that we provide the students in Northeast Mississippi. And we're kind of sparsely populated here as far as high schools and number of high school students compared to all the other community colleges in Mississippi. So the number of students that we get out of our high schools is a very, very high number of graduating seniors, because we provide a lot of opportunities for them to get some type of formal training in something. So as over the years, this has grown from as little as 800 many years ago. Now we have 3 different campuses, the main campus being here in Boonville, and then we have a larger campus that's not as large as Northeast, but it's the largest off-site campus, and that's located in Corinth. Then we have New Albany, which is a pretty good sized campus too. So we provide instruction at all of these campuses. So all total, our enrollment is about 3,600 students per year.
Coach, you look at the growth on the football field with the new field house. That construction is coming along. How and why is that being constructed here on campus?
Well, you know, we looked at our athletic program, and then back when I was athletic director, we looked at our athletic program, and with the recruiting guidelines being the way they are now, as far as being the statewide open, we had to provide some opportunities for our student athletes throughout the state to want to come to be a part of our athletic department. So one of the things that we really need to upgrade was our football field house, and we did that by the construction of the new field house. And I think by adding this along with the other facilities that we have there, then this is going to provide an opportunity for student athletes statewide to look at Northeast and say, hey, this is the place that I want to go and continue my athletic career.
Ricky, always good to visit with you. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That is Ricky Ford, Executive Vice President for Northeast Mississippi Community College.
Now our JUCOweekly.org scouting report as we look at current MACJC players who are receiving plenty of attention from senior universities across the nation. There's defensive lineman Keelan McElrath of Coahoma Community College. He's 6'6", 291 pounds, and he is committed to Texas Tech. Wide receiver Gerard Randall of Northeast Mississippi Community College, 6'1", 188 pounds from Miami Gardens, Florida. Randall is an LSU transfer with plenty of options on the table. Linebacker Marcus Robinson of Northeast Mississippi Community College. Robinson, 6'4", 230 pounds. He's from Memphis and currently committed to Ole Miss. Mississippi Delta running back Edward McCadney. He's flying low on some people's radar screen, but McCadney will get plenty of offers from around college football this offseason, is receiving interest from the likes of Western Michigan. Next week's Game of the Week will take us to Decatur for another homecoming contest as the East Central Warriors host the Mississippi Delta Trojans. For more information on MACJC athletics, such as stats, scores, and headline news, that can be found at JUCOweekly.org. Thanks for watching another edition of Inside Mississippi JUCO Football, brought to you by HeritageProperties.com, as we leave you tonight from inside the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum with some pictures from around the league in Week 6. Good night.